Good afternoon, D&D, TikTok, and beyond, and welcome to Roll for Sandwich, the series where I let fate decide my lunch. Let's go. Today's episode of Roll for Sandwich is sponsored by Dropout. Dropout just relaunched their merch store just in time for the holidays, with a ton of new stuff including holiday sweaters, dice trays and dice sets, emotional support dice plushies, fantasy high miniatures, and the 2025 Worlds of Dimension 20 calendar. Head on over to store.dropout.tv to get your hands on some awesome merch and to sign up for the merch newsletter to get notified about upcoming sales. Now, without further ado, we're going to use this Starstruck Odyssey set of dice to roll ourselves a sandwich today. Let's get it started with our roll for bread. 6, sourdough. Sourdough bread. Bread so delicious, it's worth lacerating the roof of your mouth. We're going to toast it up today using our toasting cantrip. Make sure it's extra sharp. That looks pretty good. On to Maine. All right, rolling for Maine. 3, reindeer pate. I was gifted this reindeer pate on my recent visit to Iceland. Reindeer is a very lean meat, and as is typical of lean meats, this is cut with pork and pork fat. Flavor-wise, it is a little gamey. Honestly, I much prefer a reindeer steak to this pate, but I still appreciate it. We'll get a nice layer spread out here on our sourdough. It's a good thing we toasted our bread. And there we have it, reindeer pate. Next up, let's roll for cheese. 6, dill Havarti. Havarti is a creamy and tangy cheese, and dill is a perfect accompaniment for that. It has a pronounced flavor that I think will help us with the pate here, possibly cover up some of that gaminess. Not a bad roll for this particular sandwich. Next up, let's roll Ruffage. 3, cucumber and 5, green onion. Cucumber will be a fine addition here. We'll add a little bit of crunch and should go great with the dill. But I think the green onion is more of a standout addition. That oniony flavor should play well with the meat. And both of the Ruffage additions will add a nice freshness. Let's get wild. 5, ranch seasoning. Honestly, with the cucumber and the dill and the cheese, ranch seasoning is not a bad roll. It'll bring in a little bit of savoriness, that nice creamy buttermilk flavor. Works for me. And of course, a sauce roll needs to be a Box of Doom roll. Last but not least, it's the D20 sauce roll. Here we go. Nat 20, or in this case, a nat right on. So I get to pick today. Well, today I'm going to go with this extra hot German mustard. I think we need something bright and strong to kind of help with that gaminess. And the ranch seasoning kind of already brings us flavors of like a mayo or something like that. So the German mustard, I think, is a winner. Let's get our sandwich closed up. Get our toothpicks in to hold it together. And let's get it cut in half. And let's take a look at that cross section. I mean, it looks pretty good. From a pickle sandwich to a reindeer sandwich, a short but strange week. Let's give this one a taste. Yeah, it's not too bad. I'm not a huge fan of the flavor of that pate. It's not bad, I can tolerate it, but it's not something I'm going to be craving anytime soon. The hot mustard and the dill Havarti really help here though. That acid is pretty much necessary to cut through the gaminess. And the cucumber and green onion were fine choices, but I'm even wondering if some raw white or red onion would have been better. This is a sandwich ready for strong flavors. Not the worst, but not one I'm champing at the bit to repeat. I'm going to give this one a 6.2, and I'm going to call it Reindeer Games. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you again on Monday.